Hey, get your tickets to the Parishioner. I'm looking at you.
Hello again, everyone. This is CAZTV, and you're watching or you're listening to Casual Conversations. It's a video podcast and audio podcast, and this is where we talk to people who are very important to our world. Today, we have many guests, but the very first guest we have is the director of the play called The Parishioner. It's Mark Riccadonna. Welcome, Mark.
How you doing, Kaz? Thanks for having me.
Okay, hey, nice outfit you got there. You blend in with the background, electronic stuff going on. Like, what's up with that?
I got all my recording stuff, my little editing bay. It's not much, you know. Probably most professionals would look at it and go, "Oh, okay, you're doing the simplistic route."
Yeah, good. I got some stuff. I got some stuff of my own back there, so we kind of look. We're blended in almost. We're in the same studio, but we're miles apart through technology. So, so Mark, tell me a little bit about yourself, your life so far, like about a minute or so.
I'll give you the short version. I was born in Youngstown, Ohio, or more specifically Warren, and I was a teenager growing up around Ohio. I moved to New York as a teen. Went to theater school at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, where I fell in love with theater, fell in love with film, and I started working a day job at a comedy club. Next thing I know, I got into comedy. Wherever I go, I just kind of like my background. I blend in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool because it's entertainment, but entertainment comes in different sort of ways. Funny, haha entertainment, dramatic entertainment, scary entertainment, and this project, which you're a director of, called The Parishioner, with our friend Johnny Lombardi. I was always going to call him Lombarda, but it's Lombardi. After the dance, but he does dance on stage, but he does his ventriloquism and everything.
The New Year's Eve show with Lombardi instead of Lombardo.
Right, there you go. I gotta put that one up. So copyright rights. Yeah, I came up with that first, Johnny. But so tell me. I mean, this is interesting because he's going to talk later on about where he came up with the idea, church, religious, that kind of stuff. So it's religious in a sense. It's a storyline, which we don't want to give the end of it. But how did you get involved with the project?
Yeah, and to even piggyback off of what we were just talking about, and it'll go into that, was, and it's the reason I got very interested in this, was that he took a very serious topic. Very serious topic of, I mean, just to keep it generic, we'll just say religion.
Right.
And he made it in an original way that I haven't seen done. I've seen a million projects that deal with religion. They're out there, from action movies to dramas to all sorts of stuff. And John made it a very serious thought, and a very original thought. And he made it as dramatic as it is and as funny as it is, which to me was like, if you told me that going in, I'd go, there's no way this is going to be as good as I think. But he didn't tell me anything. I went in, just cold read, checked out the script, and was like totally blown away.
Yeah. Well, totally. Speaking about being totally blown away, shock is one of the first things you learn if you want to get people's attention stuff. So, we did some test video clips earlier, like a movie. We're thinking down the line this will be a movie. So we actually did it dramatic. So don't get shocked, people here. I'll give you a warning. If you have kids, tell them the other way if you have to, but it gets your attention. This little clip, it's very short, okay, and you have to watch out because something's about to happen.
You got to get down here now.
What sin haunts you today?
The one I'm about to commit.
Whoa. That was pretty shocking.
That's very. That was awesome. You were working with those guys, and I was in the room watching, and you guys it was a lot of fun that day, just watching you put this together, and That was the first time I actually got to see the clip, and you did such a great job, Kaz.
Yeah, there's longer ones. Thank you very much. There's longer ones we'll be releasing as it goes by, because this is all connected to a play that is happening. And here are the dates of the play, so QR codes. The one on the right is to get tickets. The left one is to the church that basically brought up the idea of this. And Johnny will explain later in detail about how that came about. But so it's coming up pretty soon. So, it's the first of a kind, one in New York and one in New Jersey. And it's we'll put the links down below wherever the video is playing. And by the way, folks, this is an audio podcast too. So if you want to see how handsome Mark looks, switch over to the video side. Okay, no, it's not the dark side. Okay, it's very colorful.
You're going to
Actually, both
hear
look pretty
all
good.
of your viewers at the same time go, ah!
Yeah. Which one's more scarier? I saw the clip we just saw. I don't know which way to go with that.
It's something though also for anybody who is looking to get tickets. Listen, the New York theater is a smaller venue, so tickets are limited. If you plan on coming to the New York show at the Matthew Corzine Theater, it's right on 36. It's close to Penn Station, Madison Square Garden area. And listen, if you plan on going, get your tickets right away, because that will sell out. There's very limited tickets there. The Flemington Elks show that we've asked that you get your tickets early, just so we know how many, but there are more seats available for New Jersey. But I have a lot of friends who want to come see it, and they were all planning on coming to the New York one, and I was trying to get the ones I knew who had transportation to go out toward the Flemington one, because I know the New York one will be sold out. So get tickets early.
Just to go through the town, the buildings are there, amazing. So Flemington, that's where it is. Let's roll a little clip, about 2 minutes. This is Johnny, who came up with the whole script and everything. John Lombardi, as you know, professional playwright and writer. Now you got to call him John, not Johnny. So let's look at this 2 minutes. He'll explain to us. You'll see a little bit of the clip again that you just saw, and then we will talk a few more minutes, and then maybe we can get the rest of the cast on. Okay, so let's check this out.
Not sure what game it is you're speaking about.
Well, it's the game of life and death. How you doing? I don't know if you know me, remember me. It's Gemini, John Lombardi. You know, I got my hands in everything. Fundraising, comedians love it for some great causes. Made a lot of money for the police departments, fire departments. But I put my hands into something else. I wrote a play. Has some religious backtones. We're up to the promotion part, and we have just a few clips that'll be on cable and the TV thing. So I'd like to show them to you. I'm looking for like one punch line or 2 lines that go with it. Take a look, see, maybe, I know there's a lot of other entertainers out there that have, wacky and comedic minds, and I'd love to hear from you if you need a little help. Okay, it's a short little clip. It's just going to go bang. If the whole storyline behind it is... What if a very, very bad man had to explain to a very, very good man that the Lord, the Savior, is in the next room, and this very good man won't believe, doesn't believe, does not believe. You're so frustrated. What would you do? What would you do? Here's kind of just a piece. Hey, I love you. Thank you very much for watching. Gemini.
Well, I'm here as you requested for that urgent confession. What sin haunts you today?
The one I'm about to commit.
Nice.
Oh, that extra black just killed me. I was expecting like somebody to come out with another gun or something. Okay, hold on. Let me get a close up of that. Can you do that again there? 3, 2, 1. I'm scared. Go ahead. Do that thing again. Oh, shit. Oh my God! So what should you tell? Someone's going to ask you about this. Oh yeah, Mark, you're doing another project. You've done many of them. What would you say to them? Look right in the camera there. Tell them What's so hot
Something
about
that
this?
I really loved about the whole idea of this play is, and actually Gerard, who plays John in it, he said this and it really stuck to me. So I want to give him credit on this, but it's like having a David Mamet play. Like you have this very intense David Mamet play, and it's wrapped with a Monty Python sketch. So, like, as intense as it gets, there's also this comedic thing that wraps around it and comes throughout. And I really think that it's what the theater is all about, man. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna get nervous, you're gonna get scared, and at the end of it, as the one monk says, this is just a totally fictitious story. It's an imagination let loose, and that imagination was the creator, John Gemini Lombardi, which a little peek into his mind is a pretty fun, dramatic place to be.
I like that one. It's a good quote. You know, it's not a mind you want to waste because it's it's very powerful and you can create different things. So here's the links. QR code on the right is the link. You can get tickets for the New York show or the New Jersey show. So it's coming up very soon. So make sure you get tickets right away. And since you're a director, quickly set up, because we're going to talk to the actors afterwards, because I know you got to go and do all kind of crazy stuff still for the play. So tell me a little bit about the actors. You've been working with them for about a minute, and then we'll go to the interviews.
Awesome. First off, the person who's playing the priest is a good friend of ours, good friend of yours. We all know him and love him, is Richie Byrne. He's a stand-up comedian, but his background is in theater, and he is just amazing. I do a podcast with him, so I guess I'm partial to why I love him so much. Our podcast is Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling. And he is every project I've ever been part of, he's been involved because he's such a talented person that I was so excited that he was available to do it. Then playing John is a new guy that I met, Gerard Di Benedetto, and he is Gerard is. It was such a treat to meet this guy.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt this, but we just got a special link from the Elks, and guess who it is?
Uh-oh.
Guess who it is?
There he is.
Hey, Mark, I was listening in there, but right now we're doing some of the building part.
Let me put him in the middle.
That will be
There he goes. Hey,
this
we can't see you.
particular room is where the big event will be coming in. This is your stages being built right now. You see? And,
this is amazing.
Hey, John.
No.
Hey, John, do me a favor. Flip the phone the other way, sideways.
Put the phone the other way, sideways.
Just turn the phone. Come on, you can do it. Flip it. Come on, so you can see the whole stage behind you.
There you go.
There you go. See, now we see a lot more of the background. Look at that.
Oh,
yeah. And we
looks much bigger. Okay, here.
Yeah.
This is,
that's the stage. That's awesome.
Right. This
that
is
the
stage
gorgeous.
Being built. They're all back. Let me show you. This is the side. You know, here's going to be the back door into your spots. Where the actors are going to be coming onto the stage.
Little green room action.
Right. Little green room. These is the back thing. This is one of our builders. Joey, please say hello to the audience. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Joey.
All right. This is Joe Rubis. He's one of our
guys?
favorite construction guys. Let me just take you to the whole thing. This is where the people will be coming in. This door, it doesn't look like much, but it leads to our outside.
Whoa, this is so exciting. All right, go ahead.
There we go.
For everybody, this is our kitchen that we'll be preparing. We're going to have appetizers and stuff made special by Chef Philomena, but we're going to have regular food here in case anybody's really hungry for the breakfast.
Okay, Johnny, take a second. Okay, tell people how they can order the tickets. Here's the QR code, so tell them about the tickets. Just get the tickets, see the show. We talk so much about it. I don't know what you heard, but it's amazing experience that you've written out of your crazy mind, smart mind, and everything. How did you come up with the idea?
It's about making a little bit of money. The way the upper entourage of rich people make money through their fundraising. We're doing it for the Elks. We're using a beautiful, fun, very, I think, humorous play. It has a background of what anybody would do in their mind of when you meet your creator. It's after that, and when you meet your creator, your Lord. Do you think about it? Do you think about how it is? This is from the mind of an assassin, a government assassin. Not that I know any, but this is from their mind.
All right, don't give away too much of the the
Oh.
storyline there. Okay, we showed some
Oh.
clips. I don't know if you saw. So we were talking about the actors. Can you put yourself on the screen there? Yeah, there you go. We talk about the actors. So, what is your impression of the actors who are playing the role? One of them is playing you, maybe in there. I don't know. That's my guess.
Say again?
One of them is playing you, I think, in the play.
No,
That's
it's
my
not
guess.
me. It's not me.
Oh, sorry.
It's,
My impression was that
yeah, no, because
And
if
in the words of Monk 2, don't worry, this is totally fictitious.
right, you know what I mean? Good. Yes, that's what we do. It's just the monks are two people that are sort of like narrating, like in
Very
Shakespeare.
Shakespearean.
Right, that's Mark said that. I didn't think I was doing any Shakespearean stuff. It's Brooklyn Shakespeare. But
Shakespeare.
Shakespeario.
But yes, being honest, man, why not come down, have a nice little, couple of appetizers. It's Palm Sunday. It's right after Mass. You're going to see a nice, beautiful play that you would see in New York City for big money. We're bringing it right here for I think it's like $60 and you get something to eat, or $70 and you get food and a beautiful show, champagne. It's a kind of a nice event.
I've seen it as, and one of the things I think there's a theme that comes up through this is this question of, for whatever you believe in this particular case, it's sort of a Catholic understanding of God. It's how does that God reveal oneself to you, and whether it is in the very literal sense in this play that it's through an angel that comes down and is speaking to Johnny, kind of giving him this opportunity at a second chance at life, this idea of forgiveness. Or for some other people, if it reveals to you in more subtle ways, the appreciating it. That's a thing that my character also, although the monks are a bit of a comic relief, I find very much with monk number one, and he's sort of a character who's also observing and seeing this story play out in real time, and is kind of like the audience is sort of himself grappling with these questions and figuring out what's going on and trying to understand and trying to make sense of things and trying to be like, well, what do I believe and how do I believe in this? How is it going to reveal itself? And I think it's really, it's a good piece of art that can make you, as Gerard was saying, that can, make you question these things or make you ask questions, make you think about things like that. But at the same time, it is something that there's a lot of good humor in it. There's a lot of really some fun, silly moments. I think a thing that we've been saying a lot in rehearsal is we've called it like a David Mamet play wrapped in a Monty Python sketch. And I think that's just fantastic, because then you get this really, sort of soul-searching, intense drama with a bit of lighthearted comedy that doesn't undercut it in any way. I think just supports the whole thing throughout it.
Well, I think it is a dramedy. That's how I would describe it, because it's a little bit of both. It's both a little bit of dramatic, because it's telling a story on the stage of a situation of someone who was an assassin in their life and is getting a second chance by God, who is giving him a second chance to redeem his life and do better in his life through an angel who is speaking in his head about saving these children through another priest who's also done very not so good things in his life, and just redeeming yourself. And then you have the two monks who are the comic reliefs and making it a little bit lighter of the seriousness on the stage. And I kind of like that, all that rolled up into one, that you got a little bit of both. It kind of takes you into self-examining your own life and where you're at in your own life, and what you're doing for the world and how you're giving back to the world as you know, you're going through this journey in life. So that's how it speaks to me. But it makes you chuckle, but it makes you think at the same time.
So, what would you say about Johnny to the average person? Why should they go see the show? The
Johnny's a
play?
character. There's no doubt about it. And I think anybody, this is a very New York centric kind of thing, but maybe Boston and Chicago too. But we all know people like Johnny, and it's easy to dismiss Johnny as a character, but Johnny is the one who really deals with conflict. He wrestles with, you know, truth, belief, faith. He understands these things, and he's not used to people not following directions. So he gets very frustrated with the priest. I think the best reason to go see this is because the play doesn't answer any questions for you. It doesn't tell you anything. It's not preaching to you. It's about how do you, the audience, reflect on what you're seeing. And that's what good theater does. It pushes against some of your preconceived notions. And that's really what art does. So I look at this as a great piece of theater and a good piece of art.
You were also great there. So let me put the information where people can see the play.
That's
All
right.
right, Sunday, April 13th in Flemington at the Flemington Elks, and then Saturday, April 19th at the Matthew Corazine Theater in New York City. And so that QR code on the right takes you to get tickets. The left one takes you to the Elks. So you can call, or you can do all kind of ways to find that out. And I think I'd like to thank you all for being on here on Casual Conversations. You were I got more information out of this play than I thought I knew, even though I was kind of involved with promoting it. But you guys were amazing.
3, 2, 1.
Get
your tickets
Parishioner today.
Oh no.
No, one of us says one part, one of us says another part, one of us says the last part.
Okay.
I'll go get your tickets.
To the
Gina,
Parishioner.
Today.
That's
Okay.
it. Okay.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Get your tickets.
To the Parishioner.
Today.
Okay, so that was interesting. A lot of good outtakes there. Thanks for being on Casual Conversations about the Parishioner. And it's also on cable, by the way. I forgot to say that as well.
Hey, get your tickets to the Parishioner. I'm looking at you.
Don't wait. Come see the Parishioner April 13th and 19th in New Jersey and New York City. So why not come and see the Parishioner April 13th and 19th, New Jersey, New York City, respectively. That order. Those are the dates and the places.
I hope you can make it out to see the Parishioner.
Go back to us.
Yeah.
We've got about
Before you have to go, though, I do want to shout out our two monks, is Gina and Gianni, and they are both so talented, so funny. They're the monks, the Shakespearean monks he talks about, the Greek chorus, who walks the audience through this show, and their relationship is so funny, and it's so much fun that we take this heavy piece that we're watching and we have very funny narrators walking you through it. It's really a fun night at the theater.
Wow. So let's take a look right now, some clips that they sent us in explaining why they are part of this amazing play, the Parishioner. And let's check those out. So we'll do a little link there. I'll make an edit. Okay. So again, to get tickets to this wonderful play, first time in New York City, first time in New Jersey, that's where you go. Or you go to theatercomedyproductions.com. Hey, what are you doing there? Reaching for another drink? What the heck? You're a magician. You had one below you, one behind you. Like, what is that? Come on, bro. What are you doing?
Got my coffee, baby. Gotta have coffee.
Energy. All right, Mark. My question I ask every single guest on this fine program, Casual Conversations. I messed up the name. What the heck is wrong? I need some coffee. Nice name. Oh, thank you. So, what's it like? What was it like being a guest on Casual Conversations here today?
I had a really good time, and it's a great name for the show because it was very casual. We had a lot of fun just chatting, and I hope your viewers enjoyed it, man. I hope they really hope they get interested to come see this play, and I hope to meet them.
Yep. So theatercomedyproductions.com is where you have to go to get tickets and learn more about it, and watch social media for video clips and everything coming out everywhere.
So I became a comedian. I became a comedian because I was hanging out with comedians. I've been doing it for 25 years, and I still love theater, still love film. I direct short films. I still act once in a while. This coming week, I'm shooting an episode of FBI's Most Wanted as an actor. And so, you know, I believe every day that you work as a creative person, you won that day.
No, it's great. And you know, if you're not having a good day, if you have multiple shows, next day is a whole new show, a whole new audience. Hey, what happens in that case when you feel like you're really psyched up and you start bombing in the beginning? Like, well, how do you get yourself out of that?
So I mean, like you said it best, that it's tomorrow's just another day, and the to take the pressure off myself. I mean, at the end of the day, it's I tell jokes, I tell stories, even in film, like when I have a bad rehearsal or, you know, a bad take or whatever on anything. It's like, you know, we're not in life and death, which is kind of cool. But the thing that is cool is we're the only one of, you know, God's creatures that do this. We're the only ones who have, I strictly provide for my family off of leisure. What I do doesn't provide food, shelter. I'm not keeping people safer. I'm not.
Right.
Humans are the only people who do this, and this is the proof of evolution. That's like our thumb, you know. We're the doing doing stuff strictly to be entertained is a truly human thing. So taking that off the table, there's not that much pressure.
That's really cool because it's entertainment, but you know, entertainment comes in different sort of ways. You know, funny, haha entertainment, dramatic entertainment, scary entertainment, and this project, which you're a director of, called The Parishioner, with our friend Johnny Lombardi. I was always going to call him Lombarda, but it's Lombardi after the dance. But he does dance on stage, but he does his ventriloquism and everything.
New Year's Eve show with Lombardi instead of Lombardo.
Right, there you go. I gotta put that one up. So copyright rights. Yeah, I came up with that first, Johnny. But thank you very much, Mark, and everyone else for being on Casual Conversations. The actors, the producer, Johnny, and Mark, the director, and myself. I think myself. Why not? You know, people usually don't think
why not?
Why not? Got to do it. You know. Thanks, and I'll see you at the play. Bye.
See you in the theater.